Welcome to the Crypto Campfire. The Colonel trusts them with his 11 herbs and spices, Mitch and the Professor, featuring special guest, Crypto J.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Campfire podcast. Today we've got Crypto J on the show, but before we start talking to Jay, let's go ahead and get a look at the crypto news from the Crypto Gent.
Thanks, Professor. Hello, Crypto Campfire listeners, and welcome to the cryptocurrency news in a flash with the Crypto Gent. Circle CEO hopes Libra's unique needs trigger positive regulation. This comes as news as many different opinions are flying around the crypto sphere. Where is it going to be a good thing or is it going to be a bad thing for cryptocurrency? I would like to hear your opinions on this one, dropped on the Crypto Campfire podcast. Iranian officials say US Congress is working to block Iran's crypto mining. Americans getting involved in Iranians' business yet again. So leave some opinions and some comments on the Crypto Campfire podcast and enjoy the show with Crypto J. It's the cryptocurrency news with the flash with the Crypto J, and it's back to you, Professor.
Thanks a lot, Crypto Gent.
Yeah, can you believe the day that this has been? This day has been just crazy. I mean, the weather here is beautiful, but just so many things happening today. It's been crazy watching Bitcoin spike and dip and spike and dip and watching all the other coins move. It's been a really crazy day. Oh, big announcement. The professor and I are going to St. Louis, Missouri on the 17th of August, and we are going to the Big Ben meetup and the concert there, and we are going to hang out with probably 40% of the people that I met on the East Coast. So really looking forward to that. But yeah, we got a good show ahead of us tonight, so Professor, take it away.
Hell yeah, this is going to be an awesome show. I'm really stoked to have Jay on the show. He's such a cool guy, and he wrote up an awesome review for us too. And I mean, that was blew me away reading that. It was so awesome. So,
right.
First off, Jay, welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
Glad to have you.
Absolutely.
So you're a crypto blogger, and you've been kind of involved in the crypto space for quite a while. Do you want to tell us when you got into crypto and kind of how you came upon it?
So I started pretty much at the height in 17. Started really small, just like with faucets and stuff. And then in 18, I think about February, I started buying. And I've been in it ever since.
Nice. So what was your first token you ever bought into?
It was Litecoin, actually.
Perfect.
Nice.
I liked Litecoin because you could get more bang for your buck at the time and then just learn more about it.
So what do you love most about Litecoin?
The low transaction fees and how quick it is. That's probably its best feature. Compared to Bitcoin, it's super cheap to send peer-to-peer.
Oh,
even
man,
just from,
it sure is.
Like Binance to my wallet's cheap.
Right.
Bitcoin can get pricey sometimes.
You know, plus it's got a really relatively low supply too.
Yeah,
right.
And that's a good point about transferring out of Binance and stuff. I remember when I was first kind of getting into this, it was late 2017. And I mean, everything was expensive to transfer out. Bitcoin was insanely expensive and was really, really, really slow at that point.
Oh boy.
And so, yeah, I would use Litecoin to transfer out. And this was when I was just barely getting into it. And it just kind of seemed like the only one that worked. It was the one that had the lower transaction fees on withdrawals and stuff. So it just kind of happened into it. But yeah, man, it's got a lot of utility just outside of buying stuff normally.
I mean,
right.
It got to a point where I was actually, to put money into the market, I would buy Litecoin in Coinbase and then transfer that over to Binance and then sell it and do whatever I wanted with it, right? And
yeah, exactly.
It just seemed like the fastest, cheapest way to get money into the market. So it's kind of cool when you were buying like 3 and 4 at a time, because they were only like, what, I don't know, $60.
Yeah, they weren't much.
Right.
$30. Yeah, let's put 4 in. Why not?
Go there for a minute.
Oh my goodness, it was. I was loving life at that point. Definitely.
Yeah, it's coming back though.
Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't buy at that time, so I missed out on that. But I think I got a little bit more in like the 40 range, so it's not too bad.
Okay. No, actually, 40 is pretty freaking awesome in comparison to even where it's at now.
Yeah, you're still 3x up from the lowest.
Well, right,
point today,
you're buying 3 to 1. I mean, shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, can't beat it.
No,
And
absolutely not.
honestly, I believe in crypto long term. So at any point in the near future, I believe is a good buy. And that's just like my philosophy. So whenever I can buy, I buy.
So, Professor, I'm not sure if you're aware. Well, yeah, you are. Jay was the one that met J Mac and myself at the deli, the
Yes.
Bronx Deli
Oh,
in
yeah, that was
Pontiac,
so cool.
and oh, wasn't it? That was a great time. Next time we do that, we got to be able to, hang out longer. It was like everybody seemed so rushed. It's like,
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully,
right.
my wife's ride situation will be a little better in the near future, and then we can do some stuff because that's all that's holding me back. Got to get her home.
Sure. Well, I'm so damn spoiled. I don't have kids at home that I have to worry about getting home to, so I just, whatever. It's kind of nice.
Right? Yeah, mine's too. So.
Oh, yeah. You got a ways to go on that.
Yep.
So, Jay, do you intend to lower your pizza delivery cost as the price of Bitcoin rises?
Lower my pizza delivery cost?
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm going to keep it steady for now, and if it gets too high, we might consider lowering it. But right now, it's just going to stay where it's at. If we get over 20K, maybe we'll lower it.
Well, I mean, that would be nice because I look forward to paying you for pizza delivery for the rest of my life. But when Bitcoin's $1 million, it's going to be real hard to pay you $1 million for pizza delivery. I'm cool at 12,000.
That's fair.
But
that's fair. Oh, I think we can live with that.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
12 grand's fair.
Perfect.
Or 12,000, excuse me.
So is you use an airplane or a helicopter, or how are you going to make this happen?
Drone.
Wow.
Everything's done by drone these days. Yeah.
So you're hooked up with Amazon then?
Oh no,
nice.
We have our own thing. Yeah.
Oh, so you're competing with Amazon?
Right. But only with pizza.
Jeff Bezos, watch out! Crypto J is coming at you. You thought
Right?
you had the logistics sector cornered?
He's got
no
pizzas
idea.
flying like freaking frisbees, man.
We call them frisbee drones.
That's right, frisbee
Frisbee
drones.
drones.
Look out, here it comes!
I wish I had an army of drones. Dude, that would be so awesome.
Wouldn't that be
right.
sick?
But it kind of sucks.
Kind of, but it does add a whole new meaning to pizza party. So
Right?
Right? Hell yeah!
I mean, it's way
does.
cooler when your pizza falls out of the sky, as long as you catch it. Rabbit holes are one of our specialties here.
Oh
Right?
man, I love our rabbit holes. They go pretty deep too.
It's good for you.
So, what things have you bought or paid for with crypto?
Not a lot, just because I don't have a lot held right now. But
That's what they all
obviously
say.
deli. Right? Yeah. And when I was doing videos, I paid for my XSplit subscription with Bitcoin a couple times.
Nice.
Yep. I think I've done a couple peer-to-peer things too. Like I did that giveaway for that glow-in-the-dark Bitcoin, and the guy lived in Nigeria, so I just gave him some Ethereum instead. Done some things like that too.
Well, that's awesome. It's one of those cool things that we didn't ever have before in a easy way, to send people small amounts of money.
Oh no, right. Like I sent a guy $10 in Ethereum in like 30 seconds all the way to Nigeria, and it cost like $1, I think.
Right? It's crazy.
It was ridiculous. Like you can't do that with Western Union.
Oh hell
No. $10 would be they charge you $10 and you walk in the door.
Yeah, no kidding. It's ridiculous. Like that's what one of the best things I love about crypto. It's no borders. You could just get from A to B in almost an instant in some cases, and it's there. It's great.
Yep.
So, how often do you tend to look at the market outside of the currency aspects of it and look at it as like the blockchain aspects as far as transfer of information, from one place to another securely, contracts that are on the blockchain? How often is it that you actually look at that part of the market? You know what I'm saying?
Like get into it as more of a currency.
Yeah.
So I love projects outside of just currency coins, like the reward tokens like BAT. I think that's a great token.
Shill. Okay.
Shill. but no, it is. It's amazing. Ethereum in itself is also pretty unique in the fact that it's probably the first. It was the first one that can do DApps. Applications that decentralized on the blockchain. I think that's pretty amazing. Which in itself gives rise to all sorts of different tokens. So there's a lot of cool things going on out there.
That's
Just
yeah,
a couple,
there is.
trying to think of more.
The space is so rich right now, project wise. There's
I know,
it's
it's
amazing.
ridiculous. Oh, there was I don't know if anything ever happened with it. I think there was one that was doing like collectibles on the blockchain. I thought that was pretty unique.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. Or maybe I have and I forgot.
I can't remember the name of it. Someone turned me on to it like a year ago, and I looked into it, and I don't think they've done
some
much,
kind of
but
kitties?
the idea is cool.
Wasn't it some kind of kitties?
No.
Yeah. It was a
I love
joke.
crypto kitties.
No,
Nuriel hates
not that
crypto
one.
kitties.
Right.
The only thing Bitcoin is good for is crypto kitties and scammers. I wonder how he feels right now.
Oh my God! Right? How much of the Jersey meetup did you actually get a chance to like witness? As far as all the tweets and stuff like that were going on, and what did you think about it when it was happening?
I thought it was great because there was a lot of interaction going on between people that didn't get to meet, and everything seemed extremely positive, which I think is great for crypto and blockchain in general. It looked like the place was hopping, so that means lots of Litecoin was flowing. That's good for the business to show them that it can be adopted, and to show everyone else that's viewing these tweets that it can be adopted, which I think is important because people need to realize that crypto is high volatility and is high risk, but there are ways to mitigate that risk, and a lot of people can't seem to grasp that or understand that. And just being able to see that on a platform like Twitter kind of shows businesses that yes, it is possible, and I think that's amazing.
Right, I agree.
Got to start somewhere.
And right, and I didn't actually get to see any of the videos yet, but all the pictures looked awesome. Everybody would look like they had a beer in their hand and a smile on their face. So.
Oh yeah, we always had a beer in our
fun.
hand for sure.
Yeah, I totally missed out.
Actually, I was double fisting for a while.
On St. Louis.
No, I did that Friday night.
Right, St. Louis is going to be insane. I guess there's a concert and stuff too, so that's going to be kind of
really
cool.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm fired up. I just got to tell the wife I'm going.
So is that going to be your other announcement this podcast to your wife?
No, she doesn't listen to my podcast anymore. So.
Oh really?
She probably does, but she doesn't admit it.
Hi, Mitch's wife. If you're listening, Professor says hello.
All right.
Hi.
Nice.
Jay says hello too.
That's awesome. You guys are cool. I love it.
So Jay, you printed Bulbasaur coin bank. Was that like 3D printing?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
Not a picture of a coin bank that you can long to put quarters into.
No, it's real. It's a real thing. Yeah, I 3D printed it. It took like 26 hours. It was ridiculous. I wish it glowed in the dark because I have that filament. I wasn't thinking. But
26 more
awesome.
hours. No problem.
26 more hours, right? It's totally worth it. But
that was interesting to me because I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, my wife ordered a little succulent planter off of Wish or Geek or one of those sites.
Oh, nice.
It was a Bulbasaur.
Definitely
and it came
Geek.
and it was like, yeah, I think it was Geek. I'm pretty positive it was.
Had to
And
be
it was
Geek.
like,
It's actually what I have to print. My wife wants those, and she's been bugging me to print them. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I'll send you the STL of the one that I used if you want. It's So
Okay.
she got this thing and it was tiny, and so she's like, "You have to make me a bigger one." So I printed her a bigger Bulbasaur succulent planter. So it reminded
Oh,
me.
nice.
I remember
That's
that.
probably
That
the
was
same one
cute.
that I got then because it was tiny. I gave it to my kid. I'm like, here, this is like, I can't do anything with this. What am I going to put
It was like an inch
quarter-size
long.
plant in there?
Inch and a half
I
long.
know,
yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So I made like a
I'm
much
playing
larger
grass,
Bulbasaur
maybe.
one. Yeah, right.
I can only imagine what kind of things you could make in those things. That's hilarious.
It's amazing the shit and they've And they're starting to get really good with like print in place designs where you can like
What's that
print
mean?
things that have joints built into it. And so basically you
Oh,
just
yeah.
print these things and you crack the joints and then you've got like a working action figure where they have things that you can print in place and then add motors and stuff too. And you can have like a full on working whatever it is. And
Really?
it's amazing
Yeah,
what we can do with
it's a
these.
lot of fun.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been having a lot of fun with the printer. It was totally worth it.
It's so much
That's
fun.
crazy. That's
And
so
It's great.
they're
crazy.
surprisingly not that expensive anymore. That one's only the one that I have is like $239.
Right.
Now, you're not
So
gonna
what kind of
print anything
material
huge with it, but
do they use for the
So it-
medium?
it's just a plastic filament. It comes on a roll. There's PLA and can't remember the other kind.
Now, there's PLA and
Uh,
ABS and PETG.
ABS,
I mean, there's
yeah.
tons of
Yeah,
this stuff.
there's a ton of them. I
Okay.
usually just use PLA because I don't really care. It's surprisingly cheap too. Like that's what I love about it. I get a whole spool for $20 and it lasts me like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's great.
Make stuff for the kids.
It's kind of like almost like a soldering rod or a soldering roll,
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
almost. Yeah.
you know, except it's a little smaller probably.
Yeah, it basically works like if you were to weld,
yeah.
like start on a flat surface and just kind of weld
Yeah.
up in layers. Yeah, it's great. It's crazy.
That's kind of cool because it just melts and spits the shit out, right?
Yeah. Have you
Yep.
seen that they are building houses with the same stuff?
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
that. I've seen the computers where they're just like spitting out mortar.
Right. Exactly.
They're these giant warehouse printers. They're fucking ridiculous.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, and they did. Have you guys seen the robot that lays brick?
Yes.
I
That
don't know
is
if I've seen that one.
sick. That is so sick. Oh
Yeah,
my
look at
god!
I believe it.
You know, I've been in the
exists.
trade for so many years. I've actually seen one of those AI robots hanging drywall. They're slow
No
as
way.
hell, but they can go 24/7 with no food, no coffee break, no piss break. You know, none of that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
You
it's
know?
funny too because those are the trades that everybody always said that no robot can ever do this. Your job is going to be safe.
Right.
Right.
You know, nobody back in the day thought there's going to be a robot hanging drywall. You know,
Right.
they understood car manufacturing and stuff like that, where you had a single thing that would go down a line and have one job. And now with machine learning technologies and
were like-
stuff, it's crazy.
So, what's this about zombie makeup?
Oh, that was from a show I did probably like 8 years ago, back when I was a musician. So we did a show at the Machine Shop in Flint.
Nice.
It was all local event, I believe. And yeah, it was zombie. And they brought in a local tattoo artist to do professional
sweet.
makeup, and they did the bands for free beforehand. So
Oh
we
my
got
God.
to dress up as zombies and rock out as zombies. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's kick. Heck yeah.
So are you still in a band,
Oh, yeah.
or is that in the past?
No, I'm retired now. But yeah, I still fuck
Retired.
around.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're so young to be retired. Come on.
I know. I might get back into it eventually, but right now, got the family and have to work. Be an adult sucks.
You gotta do
Oh
what
yeah,
you gotta do,
that
right?
adult thing. You know.
Exactly, you do.
God, do we have to
we can always
adult
come back
today?
to it. It's there,
Right.
and I did it. I did it for about 5 years. We're just a local band, but we did a lot of local shows. We did Rockapalooza, which was a big fest. That was a lot of fun. Machine Shop a bunch of times. Opened for Mushroom Head a bunch of times. We did Cleveland.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Nice.
we were all over.
Nice. Sounds like you had a hell of a time.
Oh yeah, you don't get paid shit, but you get drunk for free a lot.
There
I
you
was pretty
go.
much plastered the entire time. Sometimes we do 2 shows in one night. That'd get crazy. You do a show, you'd open, and then you'd rush all your shit into the car and get to the next venue and close.
That's awesome.
That had to be sick.
the
out
hustle,
there.
one industry or the other, man.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's right. You gotta hustle. But we had a small name for ourselves. It was fun.
Good.
I definitely recommend it if anybody wants to do it. It doesn't have to always go to the extreme. You just gotta have fun with it, and that's why I love your guys' podcast. You guys just have fun with it, and it's always great.
Thanks,
Oh,
man.
thanks. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we just like hanging out and just having a good old fashioned bullshit session.
Right? And that's always what it feels like for the most part. And I learned a lot too from from a lot of these guys you have on, just basically what's going on in the basic world and the cryptosphere in general, or Twitter. And it's pretty awesome just to get a kind of another source of what's going on, because a lot of it gets kind of caught in the bullshit sometimes.
Everybody does,
so it's
yeah.
nice to see kind of a filter.
Well, and you kind of get stuck in your own sources, that you've, whether it's your Twitter feed or the news site that you like to look at or whatever. And so when you listen to something where you're talking to somebody else, then you also get their little channel of sources. And, so you kind of start to pick up different stuff that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise seen just because of where you take in your information.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I try to do with the blog. So like, obviously I write most of the stuff on there is stuff I write,
Stuff.
which is stuff. I was going to say shit. I don't know why I censored myself, but whatever. Fuck it. So obviously I write most of the stuff is written by me, but every now and then you'll see, partnership posts. And that's what I really like to do, is to kind of curate other people's stuff. So there's kind of one source to see a lot of stuff. It's almost like Medium, but more for crypto and tech.
It's nice to see you focusing on all that and trying to help bring that awareness from all the different parts. It's really cool. You do an awesome job, that's for sure.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yes, I really love your writing style.
Oh, thank you. But fun fact, so far the article I wrote for you guys is #1, not including my homepage. You can't beat the homepage.
Seriously? That's crazy.
Yeah, no
You're kidding.
Nope.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy as shit. Now, let me ask you flat out. Did you follow us on YouTube?
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
man.
one of the first, if I recall.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do it on my alt account, so I got like 3
You know,
hours.
I very well could have watched you do it, and I would have forgotten by now. My memory, I don't know if it's just. I think my CPU is starting to spit out stupid shit that really might not have a lot of value, but it has some value. So when I want to remember it and I can't, I get pissed.
Well, if somebody had
I
written
understand.
smarter software for you, it could interpret that CPU value.
Exactly. I got to call my dad.
God. We
This
gotta
guy.
fix this.
I can't remember shit. You need to fix this. Better jeans.
Right?
What the fuck?
Right? Exactly. I told you not to wear those tight jeans when you were growing up.
You had to not listen.
I know, right? Parachute pants, long hair. Oh yeah, them were the days, the 80s, baby. I was an 80s kid.
I can
Right
see
on. I was born in the 80s.
Can you see it,
same here.
really? Yeah, I had a mullet. Oh my God, it was funny.
it. Oh, mullet. Do you
I
have,
gotta
we
see
got to
that.
see
You
a
need to
picture of
post a
this.
picture. Yeah.
You're
That's
on the
gotta
hook
happen.
now. You brought it up.
Oh, shit.
We need a mullet picture.
Man, I don't know. I'll have to dig that up. It was my high school graduation picture. It's pretty.
Well, it's only
Pretty
fair. My
crazy.
wife posted a picture of me from high school the other day, so I guess
Really?
you'll have to do it. So
Oh shit!
I just
I'll
throw
have to
mine
dig
out
it
there.
up.
I'm like,
Right.
here's one from high school. Here's one when I had long hair. Here's one when my hair was blue.
I see he's got the right idea.
Here's one to me now.
Yeah, I think I was standing next to what's her name, Blondie at the time. At least the way the hairstyle was. Oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I honestly, my wife always says, "God, the music you listen to." I am so stuck in the '80s. It's not even funny. I really
Dude,
am.
there's nothing wrong with some good old 80s hair metal.
Yeah.
There can't
Yeah, I like
be
80s
Rat,
stuff.
Poison. I mean, it just goes Slayer. Yeah,
Right?
Megadeth. I mean, that's a little heavy, but Megadeth was the shit. Iron Maiden.
Well, I mean,
Wasn't
is
that
Megadeth
Flight of
heavier
the
than
Icarus.
Slayer, though? Like, dude, Iron
Huh?
Maiden. I had like 16 Iron Maiden shirts in high school. It was actually like 3, but I pretty much wore them every day.
Right? Or when Ozzy Osbourne bit that bat's head off, that was sick.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, or that other time when Ozzy Osbourne was just like a stoned old man on a reality TV show.
No.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
So
that was
One
funny.
of the greats of all
The
time. and it's
Osbournes.
Funny what they become. Yeah, man,
So
what an
the
interesting.
Osbournes.
But I tell you what, though, the Mississippi Queen cover is
Oh
like,
man,
oh my god.
just the song alone.
Oh, dude, he can wail.
Mountain did an amazing job. But,
Yes.
But the cover is just off the fucking hook. Don't get me started on that. You said 80s music and now we're lost.
Right, we're lost. It's my fault.
This is going to be the most random one you had. This is what you get when you get Crypto J on. It's just random, back to maybe a little bit about the blog, back to more random.
That's
then,
perfect.
I don't know, and then we're talking about aliens for some reason.
All right,
That's how it's got to be.
Do aliens exist?
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I forgot my alien map. It's a different rabbit hole. I don't have the guide to it.
There's way too many. There's too much out there for them not to exist.
Yeah, man, that's just it. They've got to exist.
Now, whether or not they've been here, that's a different story. But yeah, they have to exist. There's life out there somewhere in some form.
They do exist. I mean,
fact.
Obi is the perfect example. Obi on Twitter.
Right.
That's one of them right there, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, and who else was it?
There's one.
Shit.
There's a couple of them. I forget what other. There's a couple more, but she's like
Whoever
the
we asked
primary
about,
one.
Euclid said was definitely an alien, but I don't recall who that was. So,
I just listened to that yesterday, and I don't remember either. Mitch, I have your problem.
If I had to guess, if I had to guess, I mean, are we talking male or female here?
I don't even remember. All I know is Euclid just said.
I'm just saying, if I was
They're
going
an
to guess about another alien out there, I'd have to say probably Pandora. But I haven't seen anything from her in a while, and I think Twitter's really messing with me too, because I don't see a bunch of stuff that if I go to my other accounts, I see a lot more. It's weird.
Yeah, Twitter's always goofy. Like, first you got all the shadow bans going on a couple years ago, and like now we got this tweet unavailable bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that shadow ban happened to me too.
I avoided it somehow.
That started happening again, not too recently. People are getting banned again, and man, it's a mess.
Yeah, I don't know. Twitter likes. I think, at least this is my theory. Twitter likes to implement like new designs into its AI and not fully test it, and it just goes and fucks shit up, and then it kind of self-corrects after a few months. Like that just seems to be what happens. Because that's all it is. Like everything's curated by AI for the most part. Like they don't have real people on this shit.
No,
there's just too much.
That's true. Yeah, it is. Could you imagine having to police every tweet on Twitter?
It would be ridiculous.
I couldn't
I ran a
monitor
forum
one person's tweets, let alone everybody's.
Right. Yeah,
What a
I ran
job.
a forum with like 15 people, and just moderating those assholes was a pain in the ass.
You got to remember, the average 15 people equate to about 1.5 million people.
Well, this is true, and they were high schoolers because this was when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, so is 90% of people in crypto Twitter, it seems. So
since
Right?
we're on Twitter, who's your favorite Twitter follow?
Oh man, there's so many though.
I know,
I
but
can't
we're
pick a
gonna make you
favorite.
pick. We're gonna make you pick one.
Oh,
That's harsh, isn't it?
that is harsh.
It's great.
That's
I love
harsh.
this question.
Oh, you're mean.
Everybody
Okay, well,
else
my
will
wife's
understand. It's
My
kind of
wife's
like a
technically
friend's.
on Twitter, so I guess I gotta pick her,
Oh man, that is weak.
even though she doesn't post it. I know, isn't that a bitch move?
I'm kidding. That was a total bitch move. Wow. All right,
Okay,
there goes
no,
2 notches of respect.
Dude.
Jeez, Mitch. Gosh.
That was harsh. Told you I'd loosen up.
No, I don't. I really don't. I can't pick a favorite. There's so many like good accounts on Twitter. Obviously, your guys are great. The guys that partner with me, newcryptocasinos.com and Jason Nelson. He's pretty awesome. Brian Huggins, he was the Panther of Litecoin.
Okay, so now you're accepting an Oscar. Now you're accepting an Oscar.
I'm just saying,
I said, who's your
there's too many
favorite follow?
people.
Jesus Christ.
I like a lot of people. And like that's actually my problem.
I'd like to
I can't follow more people right now. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and dog.
I'd like to thank my dog.
But that's what everybody's done, though, right? Like, we ask them the question. They say there's too many, and we say, well, we're gonna make you pick one. They say one, and then they follow it with a list of, I'm sorry I didn't say you.
People. Sorry, I didn't
It
say
makes me-
you. I'm sorry.
I love
Please
it so
don't
much.
unfollow me. No.
Exactly.
It's
times.
just too true, though. I'm sorry.
God, I don't know what happened. I got done with the campfire, and Christ, I must have been down 50 followers.
Ew.
I just didn't mention anybody, and they all were like,
oh,
"Ew."
damn it.
Right. Oh, I'm not your favorite? See ya.
Oh, somebody lost like 5 followers one day and they posted about it. I'm like, that's just the Crypto J bump. You're welcome.
There you go.
I bet they weren't
I
too
lose-
happy about that.
I lose 3 to 5 on a daily basis. It's crazy how
I
that
don't
works.
even keep track.
No.
Like I did for a minute and it just drives you crazy. Like, so why
Right.
even bother?
Oh yeah, the numbers are all over the place. Most of the time, they don't make sense. There's so many
No,
bot
a lot of
accounts
time
that
it's
follow and
bots,
unfollow.
or-
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. So I try
Okay,
not to
so
watch it.
somebody explain to me the necessity of a bot account. What purpose does it serve to follow people?
So-
I
Basically, the idea is to amass as many followers onto that account as you can and sell it to a different account or a different person, so that they have an account that's already amassed a mass amount of other accounts to promote to. That's basically the idea, because the more followers you have, the more your account's worth, per se.
really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
If there's
So
a
you're
huge
saying
market for Twitter. account.
100 you're saying 100 piles of shit could be worth a lot of money.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
Well,
I just
yeah,
lost all my
basically,
faith.
you can go out and you can go out right now and you can buy like verified Twitter accounts. So I mean, it's one of those
That's
things.
just wrong. Whatever.
I know, but yeah, it is what it is.
God.
No shit.
You know, that's like
Wonder if I can
synthetic
buy James
marijuana.
Woods.
Really? You got to have the organic shit. I just don't get it.
Yep. It's one of those things. So people don't care though. It's that like it's like a badge of authority. Not even the verified part, but just having a lot of followers. It means
Yeah.
absolutely nothing
Right.
at face value.
Right.
But at the same time, you get these people that they're trying to make a scam project or any number of things, even if it's just bogus crap, trying to get affiliate clicks or whatever.
Right.
They'll just do this and people will see an account with 50,000 followers and they'll assume it's legit because nobody looks at anything anymore. So it's just kinda
Right.
how it is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You got to look at the content of the people tweeting. 'Cause that's all that really matters.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not about how many followers they have or
No.
even how many tweets they have. It's about the content. Like they could have 5
Right.
tweets that are amazing and 400 followers.
That's true.
Yeah.
I talk too
That's pretty
much
much how
though,
I feel
so
about it.
I got more tweets than that.
That's a good point.
Right, yeah.
Builds character.
I'm tweeting like 50 times a day usually.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love seeing my noties
Yeah.
blow up. That's cool.
It's
It is.
usually just
man.
random shit, or it's maybe relevant
Well,
shit.
You know you're doing it right when you spend your whole time on Twitter looking at your noties and you don't even get to your feeds. You
Right.
know? I mean,
I get a couple days
wait.
like that.
All the news is right here. What I don't need to go anywhere else. It's pretty cool. This guy's
That's
tweeting
those
about that
trenches we
guy's
were
tweeting about
talking
this
about.
guy.
You get
Right.
right in.
Yeah.
You look at your little bit of news and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Yeah,
speaking
you
of
gotta
news
look
and
at
all that,
multiples.
there was an article I just saw this afternoon, and it's not a surprise. We see these articles every time, but it was Bitcoin crashes $3,000 in less than 24 hours, and it's like, guys,
To
we're still at
10K.
11 fucking thousand. What the hell
Yeah,
are you
right.
talking about?
Bitcoin
I'm not
crashes.
kidding. It's when you have an extreme rise, you have to expect a solid correction. Like it's just not going to go up and not come down a little bit. People
Yeah.
are going to take profits. It's just it's simple math for the most part.
Well, and
Yeah.
to be fair, we missed the correction at 5,000, and we missed the correction at 6,000, and 7,000, and 8,000, and 9,000, all the way up.
Right.
And then we found 14,000, and then we found our correction. So we've got like 8 corrections
But we
worth
did have
of
some
correction.
breaks.
Yeah, but
We did
nothing
have
like
some breaks,
nothing like
so-
a true correction though, like we usually see.
No.
It never really dropped
No,
as hard
and
as it
that's
usually
that's
does.
honestly what's scaring me.
Yeah.
Personally, like that's the only thing that worries me is we might be going up too quick again, and like me personally, I'd like to see a healthy. Let's make, I don't know, 8-9% a week instead of like 20% in a day, and then another 40% in a day. I mean, it's awesome. Everybody loves to make money, but I want to see a healthy market, and we'll get there. It's just young.
So go out there and tell everybody that wants to buy Bitcoin to slow down and only buy one a day.
Slow down, guys.
Right? That's the only way you're going to do it.
Bitch, so.
Compared to last time, like we had that this time around. You know, we had a real slow, healthy growth from 3,000 up until about 7 to 8,000, and
once
then,
it hit that, it just went.
That's it. And there was that point when we got to 10,000, the FOMO hit.
If we keep dropping like we did today, I don't think we're gonna like see a bottom. I think we've already hit the bottom.
Oh yeah,
like we might drop down to 9 or 8.5, but I don't see it going lower than that.
Oh my god!
No, and that's what I tweeted earlier today was late, high 8,000s or low 9,000s. You know, over the course of a couple weeks, I think we'll probably see down in that area, and then I think we're going to be headed right back up to the 17 mark before there's another pullback, and then.
Oh, I think so. So we're in a bull market, and the FOMO is going to kick in, and it's already showed.
Yep.
I mean, Coinbase, a lot of services crashed the other day.
Yeah,
just because people are buying so much shit.
I was so mad. I'm like, seriously? No, it's not awesome. It's stupid. How long have they had time to build something that's not going to crash when they get volume? You're killing me here, Smalls.
It's not awesome that Coinbase crashed. It's just awesome that they had that kind of volume.
Yeah,
right.
It is amazing.
Right. But that's weak as hell for them to crash. I'm sorry. This is the year, 2019?
It crashed before there was all that volume for various reasons.
Did it?
But Binance.
Yeah. That was unscheduled maintenance. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. There was one before that, but at the peak, when if you remember at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, you could like trying to trade something or sell something or whatever, and Binance is just totally frozen, and there's just absolutely nothing you could do for like 10, 15 minutes, and then by the time all that slowed off and people stopped trying again, it would come back and you could start using it again. And then
I'll bet that's when that cute baboon beating on the computer on the meme came out. You know the one that's like banging away on his computer. That had to be 2017 when everything was crashing like that.
Oh god, that would be terrible. That would be awful. So I definitely didn't have enough to be trading on Binance at that point in time. I didn't even know what Binance was yet. I think probably like March or something of 18.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot. I had a pretty small bag in January of 2018, but yeah, it was crazy because I mean I was sitting there trading and stuff, and I really at that point I was still new to this, and I really enjoyed kind of like pretend shorting things. You can't really short stuff without actual margin trading, but just selling high and trying to increase my bags and not worrying about what the actual dollar value was. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and the market was so crazy, and with Binance crashing so many times, I actually screwed myself quite a few times, like buying something and then I would be in profit, but then Binance was frozen and I couldn't sell.
Right.
At the same time, it actually saved me. There was a couple times where I couldn't trade and I was about to make a bad trade, but being patient actually paid off. So it kind of evened out.
Well, being forced for patience.
Yeah, exactly. Forced patience.
Right.
It was nice that didn't happen.
There's no feeling in the world when you're in the middle of that trade and you click buy and all of a sudden.
Oh man, terrible. What
the fuck just happened? Did it go through?
See, every now and then
it didn't say succeed.
An issue with the app where if I cancel an order I had and try to
you got to refresh the screen.
Yeah, like 3 times though. It's like it's not the end of the world. It's just frustrating.
I'm a professional at sitting there refreshing on my open orders section. Like, come on. How much is fill? Did you fill? Yeah. Did I buy this? It's going down. It's going up. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I have this shit right now.
Going back to work now.
Yeah. I look at it way too much. I need to chill. So I'm really good at not looking at my Exodus wallet. Like I look at that maybe twice a week, because that's just my storage. But like my finance, I'm checking it I don't know, 10, 30, 150 times a day.
It's a problem.
Yeah. I need an intervention.
Yeah, there's something to be said about productivity and cryptocurrency. I think most employers are really starting to hate cryptocurrencies because their productivity is dropping so bad.
Except for crypto
Well,
employers.
Well, right.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
talking about the average employer, you know?
I know exactly.
Get off your phones! Oh, it's brutal.
Mine's just on my desk, and I just tap it open. So quick look.
Yeah, you're not really distracted. You're just
Exactly.
multitasking.
I'm resting my
Multitasking,
mind.
yeah. I'm not
Right.
actively trading unless I'm like on the John, maybe.
Right. Yeah, that and your legs going numb. Yeah, that's always fun. Hey, are you in there? I'll be out in a minute. Shaking your fucking
Hold on.
leg.
Crypto
Wake
dolls,
up.
bitch.
Waiting for XRP to come back above where I bought it. Hold on.
Thank God for towel racks, right? Oh, yeah.
Just need 5 more minutes.
Yep.
Get out!
Yeah,
Don't
that's
go
real.
in there.
They know
Look at the
better now.
shame
They're
and
like,
sorrow in there.
get off your phone.
That's great. So Jay, one last question for you before we wrap this up here. I've got to ask, what invention are you waiting for somebody to invent so that you can use it?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm waiting for someone to invent something that gives me some sort of either like magnetic control, like Magneto, or just basic like tele or technokinesis. Technokinesis would be really cool if I could like control computers with my mind. Somebody
Dude, that'd
get
be
on
sweet.
that. It's got to be possible, but just got to figure out the right brain waves and hook into them, and yeah. Then it's
Well,
just
we can
radio
practice
signals
that. Maybe we should develop a crypto campfire training course on technokinesis.
Charlie, we're
Yeah, I like it.
reinventing the wheel. Charlie,
You know,
yeah,
as
make that wheel different.
So,
Come on.
I'm in IT, and you wouldn't believe how many times people call you with a problem. Well, you probably
You're in
know.
IT? That's
Professor.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm in IT
Yeah.
also, so I've been my whole
So-
life. So
How many times people call you with a problem, and you go over there, and there's nothing wrong?
uh-huh.
It's like,
Oh, wait.
it's just this
click.
like classic car scenario. You bring its mechanic, and nope, there's nothing wrong.
Doesn't make any noise.
Technokinesis. That's all it is. I just got to look at it.
Exactly. I used to always say that computers needed car rides because I would go to somebody's house, you take the computer back to your office, and guess what? It works.
Porn
It's just a
pops
car
up.
ride. You just had, yeah, exactly. take it
Well,
for a car ride.
it's the vibrations from the car ride knocking the dust off your capacitors, most likely. We call that percussive maintenance. You just hit it. Sometimes that works. No.
I would agree with that, except for I definitely made sure to open it up and dust my capacitors thoroughly before the car ride.
Oh, I
So,
believe you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
there's
know.
no dusty
Maybe,
capacitors in my car.
Right. Right.
Keeps it clean. Respect.
No, I didn't say I kept it clean. I just keep my capacitors clean. There's plenty of other dusty shit in that computer and the car. I just polish up the capacitors for good measure.
That's right.
And the best part is nobody's really sure if I'm lying or not.
Were both of you guys in chess
no,
club?
that's true.
You were, weren't you?
Yeah. I can't remember if I was actually in any clubs. I played chess though.
I know how to play chess, but I was not in chess club. I was actually in a web club, so it's just as bad.
A web club. Oh, that's actually worse.
I know it is, right?
At least chess is about strategy.
What type of programming have you seen that didn't have anything to do with strategy?
Right?
What?
Web design club, not web surfing
Yeah,
club.
that's way over my head. Sorry.
Although web surfing club sounds like a fantastic idea, but maybe not in high school.
A web
Oh,
surfing
really?
Efficient
club.
blocking technique.
That sounds like a wet job. Jay, this night has been pretty awesome, bro. We really enjoyed having you on this show. Look forward to seeing more. I love reading your blogs, and I want to try and find and make the time to visit those a little bit more. I really enjoyed reading, and again, thank you for the write-up you did about us. That was sick. I was totally blown away by it. And so was the professor. It was just like, oh my God,
That was
you
crazy.
wake up in the morning and you look at this thing and you're just like, really? this is awesome. You know,
Everybody
I
likes
mean,
what we're
because
doing. We're not full of shit
well,
completely. Just 90%.
I think it's
No, you
all
guys are
about the
awesome.
fact that we're humble, and when you're humble, and you know, you don't put yourself up here, right? And when people start to comment positive things, you're just like, wow, this is cool, because when you're self-conscious about those things, you don't think that, right? You don't think that way. You're just like, what can we do to do it different? What can we do better? Oh my God, I hope that sounded okay. Did we do all right? Most people are like that. We're just kind of like, fuck it. Let's just do
Well,
it,
we can edit it out, and if it's horrible, whatever, it is what it is, and you don't have to be so
Right.
structured. And, yep.
No.
Right? That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
I think you guys got it figured out.
Tonight was
Okay.
fun. Hopefully in the near future, Jay, you get a chance and come to some of these meetups and hook up with us. I think you would have an awesome time.
Yeah, it'd be sweet if you could make it to St. Louis, but
Oh, I'd love to. It's going to happen eventually.
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen one of these days.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Who knows what the future holds?
Indeed.
Nobody does.
Oh, definitely.
So
Nope.
the potentials are endless. Have a great night, brother.
Have a good one, man. It's been
you
good
guys
having you
have a good
on.
one too. Thanks again.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh man, what a day! It's been such a crazy day, and I'm so glad we were able to top it off with talking to Jay.
Oh yeah.
This
That
podcast
helped.
is such a stress reliever. So when you have some of those kind of busy, crazy days, it's cool to just come home and sit down and just kind of let it out and bullshit with some people for a while. And
It is. I look forward to these. It's like a stress reliever. It's like the end of the perfect end to whatever day it was. It doesn't have to be a perfect day or a shit day. It could have been any kind of day. But when we sit down and we do this, it just makes it the best. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't trade this for the world. I mean, seriously, if somebody came up and offered us crap tons of money, I'd be like, yeah, no, it's not for sale.
yeah, no.
Hell no. This is it. This is where we're at. This is our niche. This is our future. We're going to be here from now until, I don't know, man. I don't see an end. I can't even fathom it.
Well, we could go on one of those websites from the 90s that will tell us when we die, and we could probably guess based on that.
Well, if that's the case, you got me for about 7 to 10 years. After that, bye-bye.
Sweet. Well, we're golden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll just make the best of those 7 to 10.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Thanks for showing up. We always have a good time. It never fails. We were talking about guests earlier, and there's just, when Jay said, he's learned so much. We have not had a bad guest yet. We have not had a guest that wasn't uplifted. We haven't had a guest yet that wasn't informative, positive. I mean, everybody we've had on this show, bro, has been amazing, and it's just blowing my mind. And the list is going on and on.
You're not kidding. I mean, it's just like everybody everybody that's come on the show has had their own unique set of knowledge, and it's like we haven't even had anybody who's similar yet. That's the crazy part that blows me away. I really expected to have people come on and time after time
say the same shit.
Yeah, have the same shit they want to talk about, the same mainstream news article that they saw this morning or whatever that they're going to talk about. And
right?
I mean, number one, nobody except for in a few cases has referenced anything that I had already read as far as an article goes or something like that.
Right.
It's all fresh information, even to us. And nobody has had the same viewpoint, similar viewpoints, but nobody's had the same exact perspective on things. And it's all been unique and everybody's got their own opinions. And it's just, that's the whole point of this
it just shows us the beauty of the space.
Yeah. And it's the coolest thing in the world. So I love it.
It totally is. It totally is. I don't know. I can't say enough. Guys, I'm sorry. I was a little out of it tonight, a little tired. Had a long night last night and a lot of events happen. Hot day today working. So Forgive me for being a little bit on the quiet or the lower side, but I think all in all, we had a great podcast. Jay was an amazing guest. We really enjoy you guys coming on and checking us out. We enjoy the feedback. We've been getting a lot of positive feedback, and I want to put a big thank you out to all of you that have blasted our campfire, that have supported us, that are wearing our campfire t-shirts. Props, peeps, props. That's all I got to say. I love all of you. You know, we enjoy you guys, and we really do. And oh my God, it's just starting to click with me, bro, that you're going to St. Louis, and I'm like, woohoo, we're going. Crypto Campfire in unison.
I'm going back now.
Yes, sir. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. So
yes.
Stay tuned for that. And other than that, that's about all I got. How about you, Professor?
That's pretty much it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I will say that we're going to have the new versions of the t-shirt, the fancy versions that we haven't released yet at the St. Louis meetup. So I'm gonna get a bunch of those made up.
Woohoo! That's gonna be sick. What do you mean you hope? Hell no, there ain't no hope about it. This thing is off the hook. I want one for sure. There's no question,
man.
No question at all. So guys, like we always say, we love our community. We love the support you guys give us. Your feedback is important. The tip logs have been coming into the campfire, and we really appreciate that. That's going to help us be able to do this St. Louis trip and actually put the campfire out there. And who knows? I'm really looking forward to the Litecoin Summit. The less we have to really be self-funded in that regard, it just helps. That's all I got to say. It just helps immensely. And so far, the generosity has been huge. I want to make sure we extend that big thank you for that. And if you can, throw a little tip log on the fire, man. It just helps, keeps that fire rolling. So that being said, I want to say thank you again. You guys have a great evening. It's been an awesome time. We love you. Have a great night. Peace.